Today we're going to be making the arcade Riven belt. Ooh, fancy. Hey everyone, my name is Patrick, aka Pat's Cosplay, and I make videos on cosplay unboxings, tutorials, reaction videos, everything related to cosplay. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at noon. But without further ado, let's hop into the tutorial on the arcade Riven belt. So this belt was actually made very simply. I used 6mm foam for the inner part of the foam base here. And this was just to sort of give it a lot of structure. If I did anything a little bit too light, it would sort of like bend and warp a lot easier, especially in any sort of heat. So I added 6mm foam instead of like a 4mm foam, just to give it a little bit more structure. On top of that, I added a 1mm EVA foam. This you can get from craft stores, and I just sort of cut out these little square pieces, made sure to mark it with my ruler, and just tried to get it as even as possible to give it a nice sort of 3D effect. Go ahead and take that off there. So to attach the belt, I just used a sort of, I think these are called paracord something, whatever they are. These little things that are on like every backpack. I just ordered a bunch of them off Amazon. So you can just take that off there. I applied a lot of glue, as you can see, to hold it together. And when you're doing this, make sure this part is off a bit and this part is off a bit as well, so that you're able to attach it. What I do is I make sure that this is attached together before I do anything with this side. So I'll glue in this side, make sure it's all cooled down, and then on this side, I'll start gluing it. Once this is all glued down, I'll be able to take it out and it'll be totally fine and in the exact perfect place that I want it to be. Again, those you can get off Amazon. I'll leave a link to the ones that I actually got. It was like a 10-pack or something like that, and I just use it for all my costumes. So after that, I applied some Velcro to the belt, and this was kind of an accident. I was just going to glue the part of the star to one side and just, you know, leave it not glued on the other side and just sort of hanging. And that's what I did with my previous Robin belt. But now that I have done this and I'm able to attach the star there, I'm able to actually take the star off and put a Robin symbol on this little Velcro piece and change it out. So I can do a Batman. I can do a lot of things just by adding some Velcro to this belt. So this one belt has now become at least 3 belts that I can personally think of. As for the star, this is just one piece of 8mm EVA foam. I wanted it a little bit bigger than the belt just because it's a very small piece. I wanted it to be as structurally sound as possible. So I did that with 8mm foam, and then I sprayed everything with some leak seal. I did 2 coats on everything, making sure to do it in the sunlight and allowing it to dry with ample time. I was not in any rush for this. This whole thing took me maybe 45 minutes. Like, it was not a big project, which is fantastic. You want it to be as little a headache as possible because it's just cosplay. But I attached some Velcro to that side so that I can attach it all nicely there, and you know, it hides pretty well. I didn't do it correctly there. Let's do it there. Hides well. You know, you don't see any Velcro, which is fantastic. It lines pretty evenly with the belt. That's kind of what I was going for, to make it look as, you know, subtle and on purpose as possible. So let me just take this off here. So when doing it, I just have to take off the star, undo the belt, put this belt on, and it fits actually pretty well, which was fantastic. Velcro, boop. Well, I might have to stand on this little bed. Get out of here, other piece that I just filmed. As you can see, it actually fits pretty well. As you can almost see. Yeah. Anyways, it fits pretty well. I'm talking, there's no discomfort, which is fantastic. And yeah, this thing, again, took me 45 minutes to an hour, not that long. The longest part was waiting for paint and the leak seal to dry. In terms of paint, I always just use dollar store paints because, well, it's cheap, it looks nice, it works. So, I mean, why pay more money for paint unless you can clearly see the difference? So that's kind of how it looks there. I just use obviously white paint and yellow paint and just went over it about 3 times everywhere. Looks pretty nice. I did not do the inside because I didn't really feel that it would ever be seen. So I didn't really feel a need to paint it on the inside. You can. I personally just wanted to save some paint and my own time because, you know, waiting for paint to dry is boring. I also didn't do the bottom because you don't see the bottom. I'm not going to be doing any like handstands in this costume because I cannot do a handstand. But yeah, that's the entire tutorial. It's a very simple build. It will only take you about an hour max, including watching this video. So you'll be able to have your own belt that you can use for multiple costumes, not just Arcade Riven, but multiple costumes, which I think is a plus. If you can make one thing that works for multiple things, always make that. So that is gonna wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. I make new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time. But thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Peace.